I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Monica Lewinsky was born on July 23, 1973, in San Francisco, California. She was raised in Brentwood and Beverly Hills, California. Monica Lewinsky was raised Jewish by Bernard Lewinsky and Marcia K. Lewinsky. Her father, Bernard, was an oncologist. Her mother, Marcia, was an author. They divorced in 1988. Monica Lewinsky attended Santa Monica College and worked for the drama department at Beverly Hills High School. At Beverly Hills High School, Monica Lewinsky had an affair with her instructor, Andy Bleeler, who was married. Monica Lewinsky graduated in 1995 with a degree. She later got an internship in the White House Office of Chief of Staff, Leon Panetta, where her scandal with Bill Clinton first began in November of 1995 at age 21. During this internship under Chief of Staff Leon Panetta, President Clinton and Lewinsky had almost a dozen sexual encounters. After her internship, Monica Lewinsky was hired in the White House Office of Legislative Affairs in December of 1995. At this job, Lewinsky frequently delivered mail to the Oval Office, where these scandals would occur. Evelyn Lieberman, who was the Deputy White House Chief of Staff in 1996, transferred Lewinsky to the Pentagon due to inappropriate and immature behavior, along with an inattention to work. At the Pentagon, Lewinsky worked as an assistant to the Pentagon spokesman, Ken Bacon. Here, she met her colleague, Linda Tripp. Lewinsky decided to tell Tripp of her alleged affairs with President Clinton. Tripp then began to record her and Lewinsky's conversations, where she talked about her scandals with President Clinton. In January 1998, Lewinsky filed an affidavit where she denied ever having a sexual relationship with him. President Clinton allegedly recommended her to do this. 5 days later, Tripp contacted the Whitewater Independent Counsel, Kenneth Starr, to talk about the tape she made of her and Lewinsky's. The FBI wired Tripp when she met with Lewinsky again. After their talk, Lewinsky was then questioned by FBI agents and U.S. attorneys in a hotel room. Lewinsky was offered a mutiny if she was cooperative with the prosecution. A few days after this, the story leaked.
Oh, that's it. Whoa! Hang on, sugar. Air Force One's coming in for a Linda. Whoa, wait a minute, who's that? Oh, no, Linda Tripp!
No, it's Monica, remember?
I gotta get the hell out.
The president speaks forcefully with his most emphatic denial yet of sex and lies in the Monica Lewinsky case.
I did not have sex.
At the same time, Special Prosecutor Ken Starr increases the pressure on Lewinsky to testify against the president as the White House remains under fire.
This is the CBS Evening News.
Clinton spoke to the public and denied everything, saying, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky."
But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
In November of 1996, Monica Lewinsky confided in her friend Linda Tripp about a blue dress from the Gap that still had a semen stain from administering oral sex to President Clinton earlier that year. This now could prove the sexual relationship between Monica Lewinsky and President Clinton. Monica told Tripp she was planning to have the dress dry cleaned for a family event. Tripp convinced Lewinsky to save the dress as an ultimate protection for herself. But Tripp also told her that the dress made her look fat.
Of course not. It wasn't an issue. I was never going to talk about this relationship.
Why did you tell Linda Tripp about this dress?
Because it was funny. It was funny.
And then she told you, save this dress.
Yes.
Listen to this tape.
I don't trust the people around him, and I just want you to have that for you. Put it in a baggie. You put it in a Ziploc bag.
What for, though?
I don't know, Monica. It's just this nagging, awful feeling I have in the back of my head.
You gave the dress to your mother. What kind of a woman saves a dress?
Later on, Monica handed the dress over to Starr after signing an immunity agreement. Blood samples were taken from Clinton on August 3rd. When word of the dress surfaced in published reports in early August, politicians and others agreed that this blue dress proved Clinton lied when he denied any sexual relationship with Miss Lewinsky.
I knew that was obstruction of justice, and I was in enough trouble already.
Ken Starr's people didn't know you had this dress. Why did you turn it over to them?
Because I had to. Getting and keeping my immunity became very important to me, and I needed to take care of myself and my family. No one else was worried about me.
Did you feel you had to then tell the truth about absolutely everything, including this dress?
You bet. And I did.
The impeachment of William Jefferson Clinton. According to Washington Post on August 17, 1998, William Jefferson Clinton refused to tell the truth, the whole truth, or what happened in the White House. According to the articles of impeachment, William Jefferson Clinton gave perjurious, false, and misleading testimony to the grand jury concerning one or more of the following. The first one, the nature and the details of his relationship with a subordinate government employee. And then the second one, prior perjurious, false, and misleading testimony he gave in a federal civil rights action brought against him. The third one, prior false and misleading statements he allowed his attorney to make to a federal judge in that civil rights action. And the last one, his corrupt efforts to influence the testimony of witnesses and to impede the discovery of evidence in that civil rights action. By doing this, he lost his trust to be a president and integrity of his office. As a result of this, he was removed from office, and he has no longer any right of holding honor deputies or any other deputy under the U.S. government.
She is now 40 years old. Who knew? She moved to London. She got a master's degree in social psychology at the London School of Economics. She has lived in L.A., New York, Portland, Oregon. She has had some difficulty holding down jobs, and she talks about that in this article, some ups and downs. She turned down a $10 million job offer, blue dress. She takes responsibility. She says, I myself deeply regret what happened between me and President Clinton. She says, let me say it again. Myself, deeply regret what happened. She says, my own suffering took on different meaning. Perhaps by sharing my story, I reasoned I might be able to help others in their darkest moments of humiliation. The question became, how do I find and give a purpose to my past?
Having an Oval Office affair with President Bill Clinton that led to his impeachment.
Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not appropriate.
Monica Lewinsky now uses her story as a lesson for young women everywhere. Now doing talks on bullying, especially cyberbullying, Monica is taking a stand. Monica spearheaded a TED Talk on March 21st, 2015 on cyberbullying from having a personal experience from the scandal.
Sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Molly in that whiskey, that's Monica Lewinsky. Molly in that whiskey, that's Monica Lewinsky. Molly in that whiskey, that's Monica Lewinsky.